You're just saying, Jo, that that was right up your street?
Yes, but then I realised everything was, and I probably just love food.
But we've had this conversation about pickles as well, haven't we? You know, with lots of pickling going on, but also good for your digestion.
Yeah, the older I've got, the more I've liked pickle and chilli on things, and now I kind of have a big Norwegian jar of pickled veg in my fridge that I sort of throw on anything, really. Well, but now I'm thinking I might do my own.
Well, you know what? This is the thing with heaven and hell, isn't it, really? And this is where we're about to find out whether Jo is going to get a food heaven or a food hell. For food heaven today, I'm going to make a Thai chicken and crab salad, and I'll combine fresh herbs, cooked chicken, crab, glass noodles, served with a nam jim made from lime juice and garlic and shallots and chilli and palm sugar, coriander root, and sprinkle the whole lot with some ground roast rice. Or it could be hell. Milk. I'll make meringues, shape them into quenelles, drop them into simmering milk with vanilla, then once cooked, place them onto some homemade creme anglaise and drizzle the whole lot with caramel and toasted almonds. So it's either savoury or it's sweet, Jo. Which one do you think you're going to get?
I just really hope that... do you know what? I'm going to have faith in my Twitter followers and people that they have...
Well, to be fair, 2 callers said heaven, 1 said hell, and that meant that the actual deciding lot were these 2.
Oh!
Right.
Oh, OK. How have we got on today, then, guys?
Well, do you know what? I think they like you.
Ah.
Because it's heaven! Yay! Yay! Right, let's get rid of those guys. Thanks very much indeed. A Thai salad. You love Thai salad.
I do.
You're talking about pickles and everything else. Well, this sort of combines everything. It's really quite quick, but the centrepiece of it is crab and chicken, and these lovely, lovely noodles. These are mung bean noodles rather than being rice noodles, and they're really, really good and very, very versatile. Omar, can I ask you to do a few bits for me, please? Yes, please. On this tray here is a mixture of bits and pieces. Some sliced cucumber, some picked coriander, some picked mint, sliced chilli, some sliced shallots, a bit of sliced garlic.
Mix it all up?
Yeah, well, I think so. We might fry some garlic and chilli. I'm not quite sure yet. Elizabeth, could you make the sauce, nam jim, for me, please? Palm sugar and a red chilli first. Use those to abrasive make the paste, and then add all the other bits to it. Don't add the roast rice, that's going on top. If you can't get a coriander root, just use the stems. I'm going to get these noodles underway.
Roast rice, did you say?
Roast rice, yeah.
What's that?
Well, you soak rice in water. I'll just come back to you. I soak rice in water, and the reason I do it is a lot of people have a problem with peanuts.
Oh, right, yes.
So
that's what I would normally put on the top of this.
Yeah, so I'm just going to soak these noodles in boiling hot water. Soak them in boiling hot water. Yeah, so roast rice, what you do is you soak the rice for half an hour first, put it onto a tray, and then you just roast it and then grind it up. Yeah. But what you do is you have the same flavour as roasted peanuts. But it means that if anybody's got a nut allergy in your house, you can have lots of Thai food and it tastes of nuts, which I think's nuts. Absolutely. Very good. There we are. Right, so now the next bit is the chicken and the crab. Elizabeth's away chopping away, Omar's chopping away, you're having a nice day.
I am.
Now, you said to me something about you've got a comedy on the radio.
I have, yeah, that's another thing that starts... So it's all happening in October for me, isn't it? That starts this afternoon, I think, at 1 o'clock on BBC Radio Wales, and it's called Be Lucky. It was filmed recorded in front of a live audience, so it was good fun, and it's beautifully written. So
what is Be Lucky about?
It's about a couple, well, a lad, actually, who lives quite remotely and lives off of, or wants to make a living out of, entering competitions. And so he does. And then a random caller comes and ends up becoming his flatmate. That's me.
Right.
Yeah. It's a 3-parter, so it starts...
How do you actually fit it all in, Jo? Because, I mean, let's be fair, you're doing Mount Pleasant, you're doing Marley's Ghost, you're doing radio shows, you've got twins who are 5 years old... 6 years old. Well, time flies. But, you know, so that's... I mean, it's really, really busy. Did you say hello to them?
Yeah. Well, I said hello to Edie, because Fred's at football. But now I feel bad. Hello, Fred.
Oh, Fred and Edie, there you are. Just some chicken... I'm frying and a little bit of salt and pepper, that's fine. Let's let it crisp up, I want a bit of texture to it. So when you make a Thai salad, you want a couple of different things. You want texture, absolutely, and you want lots and lots of flavour, but the flavour needs to be balanced. Yeah. Sweet, sour, salty and hot, the 4 points. And
that's what I like about the salad, the Thai salad that I end up making, is the crunch in it. I use a lot of cabbages and that long radish, what's it called, a mu or... Mooli, yeah. One of those, and because it's satisfying, isn't it?
Well, that's the whole idea of the chicken as well. You fry the chicken and it gets a little bit of texture on the outside and it gets a bit crunchy. And I think that's the real greatness about these sort of salads. But also because they're so easy. You know, once you've got... Especially if you've got 2 people helping you. Yeah. I mean, it becomes really, really easy.
And it is once you've got the stuffings. I've always got limes, I've always got chilli. and herbs in the summer, not so much at the moment.
And so much of this stuff as well is store-covered things, you know. And amazing, isn't it, that chilies are in people's fridges all the time now. Dried chili powder and these mung beans, you just... See, they're just they're hydrated already. And you just drain that boiling hot water straight off them. That comes off there. And you keep them as they are whole. Drain as much of the liquid away as possible. And they're completely translucent. But whilst I've been away travelling and doing some other little bits and pieces, I've discovered something called sweet potato noodles.
Oh.
So the noodles made out of sweet potatoes, which are quite chewy. Have you had those?
I've had those before.
Well, you would because you come from Singapore. Of course you do. That's the sort of thing that you guys have, isn't it?
I haven't, but is it for sweet desserts or savoury?
Both sweet and savoury, and also hot and cold. So you have a cold savoury noodle and a hot sweet noodle, which is really amazing. Right, so chicken now is in there, and to flavour that chicken very quickly and cook it at the same time, I'm just going to grab that off you if that's all right. Some fish sauce.
Yeah.
A little bit of fish sauce.
Which my little boy can't stand. Whenever I'm cooking with it, he pulls a face because he can smell it. But it tastes great.
Yeah, it does taste... Well, the other thing is you can do what Elizabeth did, make a dashi stock, and then reduce that down. It's not quite so strong, but you get the same saltiness. But the fish sauce now disappears, and the chicken cooks at the same time, so that's all cooked. Add to that the crab, and the crab goes in, so we've got the saltiness of the sea. So now I've got sort of sweet, salty chicken and crab together. Wow. Give that a little bit of a flip over. And add to that, turn the heat off in a second, and add to that some lime juice, which is your lovely pickle. There you go, that's good.
Spicy or medium?
Oh, spicy, come on, let's have fun. It's Saturday morning,
all right.
After all. And, of course, this is not just about chicken. You could use pork if you wanted to. I wouldn't use lamb because I think lamb's too strong, but pork works really well. And a lot of people can't buy minced chicken, but you can buy minced turkey everywhere.
Oh, right.
And it's
that's
lean.
a good idea.
Yeah, and then this is like almost no-fat thing, you know?
Yeah, right. I've looked for the minced chicken and not found that. I didn't think of turkey.
So then I just... and pour it across the noodles. And let all the juice and the flavours go into the noodles. And then mix that together with a fork. And this is a really clever trick. If your noodles are too long, and everybody thinks they're too long, and you can't cut them...
Yeah.
Scissors. Now, Elizabeth will be laughing because she knows all of Asia. They all use scissors. They don't. And you just do that like that, and you cut into 3 or 4 and make them small. There we go. Mix that together.
For my son with
and that's very, very good. The good thing is, whilst we're making this, we've got even people tweeting saying, what can I have? What sort of spicy dish can I have with chicken? Well, there you are. Yeah. There's a spicy dish with chicken. In actual fact, if you wanted to, you could make the salad separate and just cook the breast of the chicken if you wanted to. Right, how are we doing there?
Very well. I think that's for you.
That's mine, thank you. Look at that.
Going there?
Smell that.
That smells amazing, amazing. This, I use a lot of fresh red chilies at home, but this year I had a chilli plant on my windowsill, and it's been so brilliant that I've ended up drying the little chilies. What ratio, instead of a fresh big red chilli, how would I use my little dried ones?
What I've done is here, this is really important. See, what you do is you roast it. Just put your tiny bit, it's really quite hot. But you roast it, and it's really smoky. So you roast the dried chilies, and you add that at the last minute, or you use it as a seasoning like Elizabeth did with her dish.
Nice.
I'm sure, Omar, you'd do call it chili, wouldn't you?
Yeah, well, not that many. And in Spain, we don't eat spicy food, and we always use dry chilies, funny enough. We don't have fresh chilies.
But don't you use... I'm going to put all this together now and just mix the whole lot together. Oh. Do you not use paprika a lot?
Yes, but paprika is a dried pepper or a smoked pepper. It's not actually a chili. Yeah. They add some chilies to it in the hot version, but traditionally it's not. It's sweet.
Wow. Yes, that's why you got paprika dolce, I suppose, and smoked.
Exactly.
There we are. So, Jo, is that heaven enough, do you think?
It smells amazing. It looks great. It's so fresh. And
pretty good. Now, so I'm going to take that, get myself a nice bowl, pair of tongs. I'm going to try and be a good boy and not use my hands. And then
so are these noodles a higher protein? Are they less carby than rice, or are they...
Well, sweet potato noodles are really low in carbohydrate. We've
got a sweet potato... We've spiralised them and done a really nice, like, roasting them with garlic and I can't remember what...
We'll have to get you on as a guest cooking for us, Jo.
No, you won't. I couldn't handle the pressure of this. I'm quite happy talking about it and eating.
That's that there, and I'm going to put that and the roast rice across the top. There we are, Jo. Can you guys get some cutlery for Jo so she can feast on that? The bowl's there for the crew, because I know they'll eat that. And, of course, we need a glass of wine to go with it.
Jo.
And this lovely glass of wine here, Peter's chosen for us is Clare Valley Riesling. And I love Riesling. I love Riesling because it's not... It used to be really sweet. Please eat, guys, please eat.
try it.
I'm not going to make you
Try
lunch
it.
and then you
After
don't
you.
eat. That's right there. And the funny thing is, it's only about £8.40, £8.39 from Waitrose, or Waitrose, as they like to call it. And there it is. But Riesling and Thai food, because it's no longer really sweet, but lovely lime and sherbety flavours, it's a very, very good foil, I think, for that spicy salad. How was it, Jo?
Just gorgeous.
Yes, everybody.
Got to say,
Cheers.
one
Thanks
of
for
those
having me.
wonderful Saturday morning with you guys. Thank you. Enjoyed our first cup of tea together and enjoyed our glass of wine together. It's been just absolutely wonderful. And well, that's all from us today on Saturday Kitchen Live. Thanks to our brilliant studio chefs, Elizabeth Allen and Omar Aliboy, and the wonderful Joyner. Yay! And of course, Peter Richards for the excellent wine pairings. All the recipes from the show are on the website, bbc.co.uk Saturday Kitchen. Next week, Donald Skean is in charge, and I'll be hosting back in December. Meanwhile, I'm bringing you some more of the best bites tomorrow morning at 10:30 a.m. on BBC Two. Have the best ever Saturday, you all. See you later.